I don't know. That's where they sit with what's new and exciting from a gear perspective. And just wanted to go over one other thing that I noticed the other day inside of um, during the Kingdom versus Kingdom event. I just really had never really paid much attention before, but when we were doing rallies and looking at Battlemarks, I thought it was really interesting. The Battlemarks had a couple of properties that I never paid attention to, but came in super helpful, especially after the fact. A couple of these I knew about, and then a couple of them I didn't. And so let's just go ahead and grab these two for examples here. So if I go and I mark this target, okay, and I can mark up to 3 targets. So there's a couple of interesting things once you mark somebody. That's going to last for an hour and a half, give or take, or a little over an hour. And it's going to do a couple of things when you mark them. One, it's going to let them know that they're marked, right? 2, it's going to turn them bright red, so it's really easy to see. So if you're trying to do a rally on somebody and you want to be very clear who it is you're going to attack, this really helps. The other thing is it's going to help is when this person moves around or goes to leave, you're going to be able to easily identify them when you're scanning the map because you're going to stick out like a sore thumb because they're bright red. But what it really does for you is it really has inside your Alliance tab, you have Battlemarks. And in Battlemarks, you can see all targets and you can see the targets that just you set. As an Alliance, you have a cap of how many targets your Alliance can have, and then you have a cap how many you can have independently. And what's interesting here is this is a very easy way to tell 2 or 3 things. One is if you click right here, it will tell you if their hero is there or not. So how many times have you gone to attack a castle and you wanted to know, maybe they don't have the egg face, the frog face, the Joker, right? You can't tell if their hero is in a graveyard somewhere and they're just a dead and gone player, or whether their enemy is in a prison, or whether their hero is home. If you mark, this is going to tell you their status. So right away, if you mark, you're going to know whether their hero is dead, whether their hero is alive, whether their hero is home, or whether their hero is away. The second thing it's going to tell you is it's going to tell you their peace shield notification. This is going to let you know when that shield is active or not. And what's great is you've got a bunch of them to scan. So say you go out and you mark 4 or 5 people. Maybe you're pissed off in another alliance. You go and mark 4 or 5 of their players. For the next hour and a half, you're going to be able to know whether or not their shield drops without having to go scan and find them. So you're going to know when they're in a vulnerable state based on that notification. You can remove these battle marks after, I think, 3 minutes or so, and at the 10-minute mark, I believe you can refresh them, so you can kind of keep tabs on somebody even if you can't go find them again. Now, the other nice thing is you can go and just jam straight to the person by doing go to. Now, if they've moved since you marked them, it will take you to the spot where they were, and it will tell you whether they are near or far from the place that you marked them at. And it will tell you the direction in which they are away from the move. So if they were up in the northwest corner, it would say, distant, short, and give me arrows pointing to that. The thing that I noticed in the Kingdom versus the Kill event is it will also tell you what kingdom they're in. So if it says, hey, these guys are really far away, and it doesn't tell you location, it will tell you which kingdom they're in. So if you're doing a kingdom event where you've got 3 or 4 kingdoms open, and you mark somebody and they leave, you can now know what kingdom they're in and go hunt them down. All right, we'll go ahead and mark this target as well. And if we go in and look straight away, you can now see the peace shield already sitting there. That person probably is wondering why the hell I'm marking them. But let's see, if we go into our battle marks, you now see 2 or 3. You can see here their hero is dead. Or I'm sorry, wrong one. Their hero is present, alive. They have not teleported. And the other thing I'll notice is the duration is long. Right? So you can tell what kind of peace shield they have. It's not going to give you an exact. It's not going to say that the thing expires in 10 minutes. It's not going to say that it expires in 45 seconds or 3 days. It's not going to give you an exact, but it's going to give you an idea. So this person probably has a 24-hour shield or longer on. probably a 3-day shield would be my guess. And so we've got some indication to that. Now, a couple of other things about Battlemarks that I noticed, at least in the Kingdom event, marked targets were giving me way more points than non-marked targets. You're going to get a 10% attack bonus on marked targets, and then of course you've got your skill tree and your research that's going to potentially boost that even more, right? So if we went down into no, I don't want to do that. If we go down in, I believe you have a number of, and then I'm not sitting in my fighting gear right now. I'm sitting on a tile, so I want to say there's several skill sets here around marked targets or battle marks. And maybe I'm a liar. Maybe they're not out there. I thought we had some battle marks. Battle mark attack, right? And it's not going to show me without increasing it. But so if it's 2, you're talking probably 100% increase on your attack on a battle marked enemy. I want to say there's two skill trees out here. And then, of course, if you go back to your research, you're going to see inside your research, you've got a whole battle marks tree, and there's even some marks outside of the battle mark tree that is really going to increase what happens when you've got somebody marked, right? Troop health debuff versus battle mark, right? You're looking at that. You're looking at a pretty sizable bonus, 5,000 bonus debuff. So you're going to get a lot of benefits. I mean, the reality is if you're out there hitting people and you're rallying them, you should be marking them. I don't really see a reason why you wouldn't mark them unless you didn't want to tip them off. But the reality is the minute you call it a rally on them, everybody in their alliance is notified you're coming anyways, so you might as well get your bonuses. And then if they teleport away or they get away from you, it's an easy way to kind of keep on finding out what's going on. So just wanted to share that real quick, the battle marks. It's something that I didn't really notice before and noticed the other day. Figured I'd share it. I'd love to hear more if you guys know what's going on with the battle or with the gear. What the top levels are. Let's go take a look at that real quick. I don't really remember, so let's see if we can find it. And we go in. I don't think it said what the top gear is. No, it doesn't say what the top level is. So I'm gonna assume it's probably 150, but I'm not sure. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and log off for the night. I'm pretty tired. Let me know what kind of stuff you guys are wanting to know or learn, and I'd love to help you out.